What if I told you that a former all-star and key piece of our championship aspirations is once again on the move? That's right. The Golden State Warriors are at the center of a surprising trade that could drastically reshape the roster. With a new guard entering the fold, what does this mean for our playoff hopes? Stick around as we break down the implications of this shocking development and how it affects our beloved team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay on top of all the latest Warriors news. DAngelo Russell is back with the Brooklyn Nets, marking yet another chapter in what has been a roller coaster career for the former Golden State Warriors guard. This trade, a piece of a larger deal involving veteran forward Dorian Finney-Smith heading to the Los Angeles Lakers, has many Warriors fans on edge. After all, it's the second time Russell has found his way to the Nets. He was originally drafted by the Lakers with the second overall pick in 2015, and his journey has been anything but straightforward. Russell's time with the Warriors was brief and tumultuous. He was brought in as part of a sign-and-trade deal that sent Kevin Durant to the Nets. But after just 33 games and an 8-25 record during his stint, he was shipped off to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That trade, where the Warriors acquired Andrew Wiggins and a first-round pick that became Jonathan Kuminga, was a pivotal moment for the franchise. But the question lingers: what could have been if Russell had found his rhythm in Golden State? Now, as he embarks on his second stint with the Nets, the uncertainty looms large. With Brooklyn in full rebuild mode, it's hard to say how much playing time Russell will see. At 28, his expiring contract might be a trade chip or a potential buyout option for a playoff team looking for depth in the backcourt. As a Warriors fan, it's tough to watch a player who once showed all-star potential bounce around the league like this. It raises the question: do we really want to see this trend continue? I mean, can we handle the thought of Russell putting on a Lakers or Nets jersey a second time? It's frustrating, especially when you consider his stats: 23.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 6.2 assists during his time with the Warriors. Sure, those numbers look solid on paper, but they came in a season ravaged by injuries and a lack of cohesion on the court. With Klay Thompson out for the year and Stephen Curry limited to just 5 games, Russell's contributions felt more like empty calories than a meaningful impact. Looking ahead, the Warriors have just traded for Dennis Schroeder, adding to the already crowded backcourt that includes Curry, Buddy Hield, Brandon Podziemski, and Gary Payton II. So, even if Russell were to become a buyout option, would he even fit into the Warriors' plans? It seems unlikely. The Warriors are trying to balance their roster for another championship run, and adding a player like Russell, who has had his share of ups and downs, doesn't make much sense right now. But here's the kicker: this isn't just about Russell. It's about the direction of the Warriors. The front office has made some bold moves lately, and each decision has consequences. Are we on the right track to reclaiming our spot at the top of the NBA? I personally find myself torn. The potential for success is there, but I also worry about the chemistry and the fit of new players in our system. So I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Warriors' recent moves? Was trading for Schroeder the right decision? And how do you feel about Russell's latest trade? Are you concerned that this trend of players cycling back to previous teams could impact our Warriors? I genuinely want to know your thoughts, so please share your opinions in the comments below. The Golden State Warriors have made some significant moves recently that are shaking up the landscape of the NBA. And as a passionate fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension about what it all means for our team moving forward. With the acquisition of Dennis Schroeder and a second-round pick from the Brooklyn Nets, the Warriors have made a strategic decision to bolster our roster. But what does that mean for our chances this season and beyond? Let's break down the recent trades. The Warriors parted ways with DeAnthony Melton and Reece Beekman, along with 3 future second-round picks, in exchange for Schroeder. Now, I know there are mixed feelings about Schroeder, but when you look at his ability to create plays and add depth to our backcourt, I believe he's a solid addition. He's not just a veteran. He's a player who can bring a spark off the bench, or even step up as a starter if needed. His experience in high-pressure situations can't be overlooked, especially as we aim for a deeper playoff run this year. On the other side, you have to consider the implications of these moves. The market for veteran players has shifted, as we saw with the Los Angeles Lakers acquiring Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton in exchange for DAngelo Russell and a trio of future picks. This shows that teams are looking for immediate impact rather than long-term potential. So, while the Bulls are struggling with their veterans, We're strategically positioning ourselves for success. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off if everything aligns. And speaking of alignments, Nikola Vucevic has been a player of interest among teams looking to make a significant trade. The Bulls are reportedly seeking a first-round pick for him, and honestly, I think that's going to be a tough sell, especially given his age and the fact that he's not exactly lighting up the league like he used to. At 34, Vucevic has had an impressive season statistically, averaging 20.6 points and 10.0 rebounds, but the age factor plays a big role in a league that values youth and athleticism. So, how does this all tie back to the Warriors? With our recent moves, it's clear we're in a win-now mode. The front office is sending a message. We're not just here to compete. We're aiming for championships. And as fans, we have to embrace that mentality. It's thrilling, but it also raises the stakes. Every game matters, and every trade can change the trajectory of our season. You believe this was the best decision? I, honestly, am divided. While I'm excited about the potential Schroeder brings, I also wonder if we could have done more. Did we miss an opportunity to snag a bigger name? Or are we setting ourselves up for success down the road? I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about our recent trades? Are we on the right path? Or do you feel we're gambling too much on our current roster? And let's not forget about the emotional investment we all have in this team. We've seen the highs of championship glory, and we've felt the lows of missed opportunities. Each season brings its own narrative, and this one is no different. As we push through the rest of the season, the excitement and anxiety will continue to build. How will these trades impact our chemistry on the court? Are we going to see a different style of play with Schroeder in the mix? I want to hear from you. What are your expectations for the Warriors now that we've made these moves? What frustrations do you have, if any? Share your opinions in the comments below. Let's get this debate going because every voice matters in the Warriors community. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow Warriors fans, and subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates. You won't want to miss a single moment as we dive deeper into this season. Make sure to hit that notification bell to receive all the updates. Let's stay connected and keep the conversation alive.